dictator, depending on who you ask, of the Rattner family clan. Where would any of us be without you? Thank you so much for keeping our finances, our apartments, and our lives in order. We've been so lucky to have you to keep us all in check, and I am now glad to be adding another member to the Rattner family who can finally rival your organizational prowess. Even if she can't even keep... Never! Even if she can't even come close to keeping up with your energy. No. But I'm grateful that nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, not even broken backs, malfunctioning elevators, flesh-eating acids can seem to slow you down. We look forward to many, many more family dinners at your apartment and to one day bringing our children there to do their tax returns as well. We love you. Love you. You all love her. To my new brothers and sisters, Dov and Bonnie, Tal and Edya, thank you for welcoming me into your family from day one and always looking out and supporting me. I'll always appreciate how you vigilantly made sure that only English was spoken in my presence, even though that those who know me best know that I'd be perfectly comfortable being excluded from almost any conversation, or better yet, not understanding it whatsoever. Nevertheless, your inclusiveness, love, and warmth provide me and Rachel with a shining example by which we can model our new family. I'd also like to thank you for always being there for Rachel, for providing her with patient ears and sound advice, and providing me with a slight reprieve during those long hours that you spent on the phone with her. Rachel looks up to you so much, and having always been the oldest child in my family, I now look forward to having an older brother and sister that I can turn to for advice, even if it is mostly how to deal with Rachel's shenanigans. Now, I may not have had an older brother and sister to look out with me, but I had the next best thing, Maren. I've always been so proud to have you as a sister, even though we used to fight like banshees as kids. I thank you for a lifetime of laughs, including your amazing speech tonight. Yeah. Your generosity has always touched me, whether it's you forcing me to give the waiter an 80% tip, or insisting on paying for the dinner yourself with money that I knew you never had, or offer me one of your hundreds of teenage girl DVDs every time I stop by your apartment. I'm never going to watch P.S. I Love You at 13 going on 30.
Yeah, right.
Another great movie.
Lies! Lies!
But while those gifts may have not necessarily paid off for me, I'll always be thankful for the one that did. The blind date you set me up on 3 years ago was the future love of my life. Rachel and I owe our relationship to you.
And Erica Camp.
Yeah, and Erica, obviously. But we owe our relationship to you, and we'll always be thankful for that. Leia and Ben. Where are you guys? There you are. Thank you so much for this wonderful night. Leia, I know it wasn't easy coordinating all the vendors, taking care of all the millions of little details, and most of all, dealing with your daughter's ups and downs. And Ben, I know it wasn't easy writing the check. So again, thank you both so much. But we're thankful for so much more than that. Leia, from the first time you met me, you treated me as if I was one of your own children, and that is to say, pouring out love and devotion and caring. From the time you packed up my entire apartment when I moved, to all the times you've tucked me in when I slept over, to always keeping your house stocked with all the Eric essentials, Cocoa Puffs, Coca-Cola, mac and cheese, and chicken soup for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And Ben, thank you for humbly letting me beat you in cards and tennis, and for teaching me what it means to be a true member of the Pinker family. And to understand what I mean, let me just share a quick story from the other night. The other night we were at dinner, Thursday night, and Ben was describing to the table the oath that Rachel and I had that morning at his school in our honor. And he explained how proud he was of me, and I of course thought that meant because I embraced the heritage and the Jewish tradition. You know, I put on to fill in. I said the Torah blessings and called up for an aliyah. But no, that wasn't it at all. He was proud that I haggled the rental car agency and secured an extra $50 off of our contract price. So I'm getting better. I plan on going home and complaining about the size of our ridiculously enormous presidential suite and trying to get a better price than the ridiculously low, you know, $100 a night that he's already bargained for us. But in all seriousness, you guys are great role models for Rachel and have raised such an amazing daughter that now I am lucky enough to spend my entire life with. And thank you for that so much. I love you guys. To my mom. Mom. Keep it going, it's important. I thank you for everything that I have and everything that I am. I owe it all to you. You have been an inspiration to me ever since Daddy died, doing almost entirely on your own what many moms and dads struggle to do together. I know it wasn't always easy with me and Marin as kids. Mostly Marin, obviously. But you always made sure that we had everything we needed and never wanted for everything, as evidenced by the 50,000+ miles that you put on your odometer every year, and the fact that you'd be conked out by 9 p.m. every night. I can't begin to thank you for everything you've done for me, and I'm just grateful that now you're pouring out that same love and devotion, and I'm grateful that you're giving that to Rachel as well. We love you so much, both of us, and thank you so much for that. And finally, to my beautiful, beautiful wife, thank you for agreeing to marry me. I know I'm not alone at all here in wondering how in the world I ever survived 25 years without you. You do so much for me, and I know it'll come as no surprise to anyone that Rachel single-handedly organized, coordinated, and planned this entire extravaganza all by herself. But it might surprise you that that happened within 7 days of my proposing to her. The last 6 months have been pretty boring as we just sat around waiting for this day to get here. There are so many reasons why I love you, Rachel. I love your thoughtfulness, your caring nature, and most of all, your empathy. I love how you cry every time someone's kicked off Biggest Loser. I love that anytime something momentous happens in any sporting event I'm watching, like a rookie player hitting his first major league home run, you make me turn up the volume just so you can share his joy, even though you have no idea who the dude is, what team he plays for, or usually even what sport we're watching. But most of all, I love the fact that I'm a happier and better person since I met you. You have an infectious love of life that makes everyone who meets you instantly fall in love with you. Mostly old people, like our friends' parents. But, I know that I'm so lucky that you chose me to be the beneficiary of your awesomeness. And I can't thank you enough for that. And I just love you so much. And I can't wait to spend the rest of my life together. Good night.